Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Phantom's Den. We are here with another Pentatonix React video. This time we will be watching Mad World. Now, funny quick story, I actually reacted to this video earlier today, and when I tried to upload it, it actually got blocked because I was so entranced by part of the performance that I didn't pause for like a minute and a half straight. So this isn't going to be an entirely raw reaction. I'm already fairly aware of the song and said a lot of what I wanted to say earlier, but I'm pretty sure I can replicate most of what I wanted to say because I still would like to react for this one for you guys. And I still think that I can make it enjoyable regardless. And so that is also my explanation as to why I might be pausing just a little bit more frequently in this video, because I don't want to do this and have it get blocked again right away. So I might just be taking a couple pauses here and there, but I will do my best to make it educational and entertaining for you without stopping every 10 seconds. It won't be super frequent, but it will be frequent. So without further ado, let's just give this another shot.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere.
Real quick. So I know that their new bass's name is Matt, and this is the first video I've ever seen him with the group in since Avi left a while back, and just to point out like the tone and like the richness of it and just how booming that it is just really captivating. I love the sound of his bass voice. It is very clear, it is very clean, it's very nice. And Scott is doing a great job with this opening line. There's nothing super complicated about it, so he's able to just relax and just really lean into the performance and do what he can with his facial expressions to really sell the emotion behind it.
Going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses.
I love it when they grow with those notes, those chords.
No expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow.
Ooh, yeah, so just stuff like that where just they allow that brief little crescendo and then they drop off immediately. Like that is just such clever arranging and really adds layering and dynamics into the early onset of this performance of this song, because it's a very simple piece, but adding in chords like that and adding in little tricks like crescendoing and dropping off can make it so much more complex and dynamic. It makes it so much more fun and intriguing for the listener.
No tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad.
So delicate in the back.
In which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take.
Now, this is something I wanted to ask in the comments below. I know that others have mentioned in previous Pentatonix videos that I've done that whenever Avi would jump up and do any kind of a solo bit, more often than not, Kevin or Scott would drop down and do the bass line and cover for him because they can both sing fairly low in their register. I don't know what their entire range is, so I don't know who's covering this. I think it's Kevin. It could be Scott. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know their bass registers that well or how they cover in the group, depending on whatever song they're doing. So let me know who it is, but whomever it is, I think it's Kevin this time around, but he has really, really nice control and surprisingly low range for someone who isn't fully considered to be. Well, I know Scott's not considered to be a bass. I'm not sure about Kevin, though, so just let me know. But they're doing a great job.
When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
I love that.
Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday.
Sorry to stop in such a bad place, but I wanted to comment really quick that I love that they're allowing Mitch to play with his lower chest register and just live down there. Like, it sounds so free and effortless, and he is allowing himself to just breathe through these notes, and it just sounds, it's so nice. I love that part of his voice because I haven't listened to enough of their music, so I don't know, but I haven't heard that color in his voice very often. He just floats up in the stratosphere and counter tenor land with Christy. And by the way, she does a phenomenal job. I haven't commented on her enough yet, but she has a beautiful tone and sound to her voice, and she does a wonderful job of making everything that she does seem effortless. Like, except for when she has to go up really high when she and Mitch are flying up into the stratosphere together in later parts of songs, everything just seems free and effortless for her. Like, she's just so technically proficient that she is the kind of performer that I never feel nervous for when I'm watching her, because she is just on point with everything that she does. Just beautiful, crystal clear tonality on center of pitch every single time. It is just wonderful to listen to her.
Happy birthday, and to feel the way that every child should.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I love that. I'm going to jump back just really quick because they did something fantastic that I love in these a cappella groups. When they all melt away, there's no beatboxing, there's no bass line. They all come together and they sing in a 5-chord unison. That is just beautiful. It's just right here. It's really quick.
To feel the way that every child should.
Oh, that is amazing.
Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me. No one knew me. Hello, teacher, tell me what's my.
I love the do 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 that they're doing in the background. It almost sounds like lightened arpeggios, just a little bit. Like, I know they're probably not. They might be doing more triads in there, but I love that sound, and I really love. I remember I didn't care for it at first when I first heard him do it in a lot of his music, but I actually really like the whines that Scott adds into his voice, because obviously it adds that emotional depth and that angst to it, but it gives it more. Well, I know I say this a lot, but it gives it dynamic that, you know, you don't entirely expect out of a song like this, but it makes it their style, it makes it their brand and their own. And I'm coming to love that a lot about this group, that they unabashedly make every song their own, and they are able to just play around because they're all powerhouses, and it is just such a treat to get to hear them play vocally with music that is really well known far and wide, but making it their own at the same time.
Look right through me. Look right through me. And I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you.
Christy on top. Nice. Ooh, that was really nice. I love that chord that they just did, where I believe Matt dropped down into the basement and then Christy went up top, and she had that nice whine there. That was really cool. Something else I'm loving about this, because it lends itself to this style because it is more of a modern pop song that they're doing, at least the rendition of this. Everything is straight tone and everything is so clear, laser-like focus. Like, everybody, just their breath support and center of pitch is just beautiful in this piece. It's fantastic.
When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad
I love that. And also something I want to point out with Scott that he does here that I really like is that he adjusts his vowel progression as he rises up that scale to be able to hit that note very comfortably in a way that he wants to. That works for his voice. Let's go back and just listen to that again really quick. I'll point out what I mean. So on that, he went from like an ah and an o to an So mad world, mad world. So as he progressed through, he adjusted the placement of the note to be able to give it more space and to get the belt tone that he wanted in there. Like, that was just a really cool thing to be able to see slowly progressing and to happen in a way that maintained the warmth of resonance and the tonality that he wanted. That was really great.
And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
God, I loved that Christie section. That was fantastic. Coming off that high, the break, and then coming back in, and she was so light, so delicate, breathy, adding in like she was almost speak singing because I'm sure the mic was hot on her at the time and with the blending and everything in post production, but she was applying just enough to make the sound that she wanted. It was fantastic, and I love the airy quality into it and the little smirk that she does. I like that it's playful and it adds to her performance a lot when she does that in most pieces. um and yeah, just the little do do's that they do throughout this piece in the background, I really like that because it really enhances the atmosphere of the piece and makes it feel, it's melancholy but almost ethereal at the same time. Like, I don't even know how to else to describe it. It's just, it's so beautiful. I love the sound of it, and I love the dynamics of them ebbing and flowing between starting out in like a mezzo piano, building to that forte, and then coming back down and just easing their way nice and down towards the end. Let's just hear the end of this. Okay, so I stopped that at a bad point. I didn't realize that was the end of the song, but you get my point. Just so much about this is completely fantastic. They do so many things that really enhance one another throughout the performance. It's a simple song on the surface, but they do a great job adding in their own stylistic nuances. Even like just the little runs here and there, the whines that they add to their voice to make it more poppy, seeing the different colors of their various registers, allowing them to play off one another and do things that, again, I'm not as familiar with their music, so I don't know how often they get to really play around with not being in the vocal type that they're technically supposed to be in for each piece. But I loved hearing Mitch's warmer lower chest voice. I loved getting to hear how Scott and Kevin, probably, I think it was just Kevin in this piece, but I could be wrong, let me know, how they played around with covering the bass section in this piece. And Christy, just her breathy, ethereal lightness, how beautiful and how piercing her tonality is. I just, oh, there's so much about this piece that I really liked. I also really like the blurry visuals that they had going on in the background to help enhance their performance too, and the super close-ups that they do, so you can just really feel what they're going through while they're performing. Yeah, I really like this group. This was a lot of fun. I like this piece a lot. Hopefully this one doesn't get blocked. But please like, comment, share, subscribe. Link down in the description below for the original. Ring the bell for notifications from this channel. And let me know what else of Pentatonix you'd like me to react to. I'm open to doing anything from their catalog. I would like to hear all of it at some point, and I will react to as much of it as I can. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. It was a pleasure to get to listen to this, and I can't wait to react with you again soon. All right. Have a good day.